Hello and welcome once again to The Old Man Speaks. I'm Joshua, and 3 times a week I talk for 5 minutes, not about anything in particular. Been putting up a lot of guitar and music videos, so in between I talk. So, the last time we were talking about transitioning into this space after playing in some nice rooms. And that brings me back to yesterday. I can't play in nice rooms now, but I got called from an assisted living to play outside, and that's very different. Imagine the assisted living, a big wall with windows. This is the front of the building, which is quite large and quite tall and quite wide. And right in front of it is a parking lot. So the idea is if I play in the parking lot, the residents can come to the windows and hear the music. Well, if you put the speaker right against the wall, you're going to get feedback after a certain point, which I did, and still got enough volume where people said that they did hear me inside. But I have no interaction with the people I'm playing for, couldn't see them, and I'm out with the wind blowing my stuff around right in the sun, and it was a very different way to try to play. So I'm looking really forward to getting back inside. I'm grateful for playing, period, right now, for being able to get out there and do that. So I was thinking about odd gigs that we've done. We were talking about this the other day, and I recalled once I'm sitting in the shop and lady calls and she says, I'm having, after the funeral, a memorial service for my late father. And I thought it would be nice to have some guitar and maybe some mandolin, just something pretty while people walked in, something calming, and maybe have somebody lead us in Amazing Grace. I said, oh, yeah, those are things we can do. I was playing with Ruchama at the time. I was playing mandolin. And guitar and mandolin, really nice combination. So I said, yeah, that sounds like something we can handle. And we showed up at the gig. They showed us where we're sitting, and sure enough, in the envelope there, they had cash, and we were good to go. And we start playing as people are coming in. Basically, the strategy is slow down some of the tunes that we know and just make them sound pretty. Then they got up, they motioned for us to stop, and family members started getting up and telling stories. And this guy had what we'd call an outside personality. And as they're telling the stories and talking about him, I'm looking at, oh, did they really just say that? Did they really just tell that story at his memorial service? And we're kind of looking at each other, kind of squirming in our seats. And then a family member who was clergy got up there and did religious services. And we're both looking at each other thinking, are we in the right place? But we did get through that. At some point in the service, they motioned for us to lead an Amazing Grace. But what they didn't tell us was that they had handed out memorial books with Amazing Grace, apparently the lyrics in the books, and they didn't quite agree with my lyrics. So I started singing like the wrong verse at the wrong time, and got some dirty looks and kind of just retreated and went to instrumental, but we got through that. And that was about it. People formed into little conversational cliques and very intently talking as it was obvious we were done. I couldn't find the lady who hired us and kind of just slunk out of there and went home very, very quickly. But that was probably the most awkward gig. I couldn't really follow up with a thank you email or anything because I just had a phone number, and yeah, calling would have been very, very odd, and there was really nothing to follow up with. So I imagine that all you performers out there have been to a very strange gig that you did. And if you want to share some stories with the group, I'd love to take those in and read them next time, just like we did with the other topic, which was, what was the other topic? This is what old men do, they forget. uh, opening acts. That's what we were talking about. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you particularly for those people who have subscribed. Hopefully you're hearing something you like in the music videos. Until next time, see ya and take care of yourself. Be safe. Thank you.